Hi, I am super excited to share with you a cooking class that I'm gonna do featuring one of the recipes featured in the Summer Strong collection. I have been panning and oogling over this grilled caprese chicken, and being that it's summer now, I really want to make this. So I thought I might as well make it with you. So here we go. I'm just going to quickly read the recipe. First off, it says it's going to take about 16 minutes to make. Fabulous. Serving for 4. The average cost per serving is $2.90 or $2.50 US per person. So that's your grocery store and a few items that we have using Epic here. The ingredients are a seasoning, balsamic vinegar, honey, oil, chicken, mozzarella cheese, tomatoes, and basil leaf. It's pretty simple, but it absolutely looks stunning. Would you not agree? Yeah, pretty stunning. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is I am first going to get my barbecue going. So we're going to heat it up to a medium high. And while that's heating up, we're going to make the glaze or the marinade that's going to go on it. So I'm going to be mixing it in our prep bowls. I love, love, love these prep bowls. They actually have measuring graduations printed right on it. 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, 3/4, and if you fill to the top, it absolutely is 1 cup or 250 milliliters. It does come with these great silicone lids, and they do seal really well. So these are great for portions. They're also great for storing in your fridge because I'm not sure about you, but I love having leftovers for lunch the next day, and these make perfect sizing. When you buy these prep bowls, you actually get 4 of them in a package. So love that too. So family of 4. So let's get started. It says, first off, what we're going to use is our Tuscan chicken burger. I'm not making burgers, I'm making chicken today. So the ingredients inside our jars, and just so you know, all of our products are really healthy. We don't put a lot of preservatives and fillers and junk in our product. So I'll just read you what the ingredients are. Garlic, tomato, onion, sumac, red bell pepper, herbs, sea salt, black pepper, and rosemary. So this is truly a Mediterranean blend. There you go, that's what it looks like. Now this jar will actually make 24 burgers, or you can use it like a regular seasoning like I'm doing today. Now I'm using our 4-in-1 spoon, tablespoon at this end, half a teaspoon teaspoon at this end, and when we flip it over, it's got an indent here as well. So this is half a teaspoon, and if you fill to the line, it's 1/4. Now I highly recommend you get 2, one for liquids, one for dries, and you're gonna see why I'm saying that. So these were designed by our home office, and they actually fit right inside our jars. So 1 tablespoon, I need 2 tablespoons actually for this recipe. So I'll just put this in my bowl. But I'm just sort of curious, does your tablespoon fit inside your spice jars? If not, you know where you're gonna buy your next spoon. Okay, now it also says 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Getting down pretty low here, I hope I have enough. Just. Time to open another bottle. Oh, when I said just, I was not kidding. Okay, so there's our balsamic vinegar. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. So this is just a vegetable oil, it's not an olive oil. Why am I using vegetable versus olive oil? Well, that's simply because there's a really high or low burn point on olive oil, and because I'm grilling on the barbecue, I don't want that happening. And last, it says 2 tablespoons of liquid honey. So just going to add this as well. Pretty easy recipe so far, wouldn't you say? so this is going to get lots of Mediterranean flavors. This is our 4-in-1 spoon. You can see how the honey is sort of sticking to the inside. I want to make sure I get all the flavor. So our 3-in-1 spoon, it's got a nice sharp point to it. It's got a bit of a scoop to it, and it's a great stir, but I find it fits perfectly inside our spoon if you do happen to be measuring out things like liquid honey or molasses. I'm also going to use this spoon to stir it up. Now, we want to make this while the grill is heating because we need the moisture to get the flavor of that Tuscan seasoning opening up. All right, so we've got that going just fine. Okay, so now what do we need? We need to marinate our chicken. So when you buy your chicken, I don't know if you have those chicken breasts that are just monstrous, but you're going to want to slice them in half because they are way too large for a good portion. Also, cooking time as well. So I've cut this. I used our nice ceramic knife. This will stay sharp for about 2 years. It does come with a nice little cover to protect the blade, and you may want to cut it on top of our cutting boards. Now we've got a couple different options. We've got the flexible ones, which I love using. So if I'm just cutting chicken on this, I can literally not contaminate anything. I can just throw this into my sink and my board is still underneath me. This is the other board that I love, love, love. Okay, this board actually has little grippers that will actually hold it off the table, and it's reversible, right? So you've got 2 sides to cut with, nice little handle to carry it with. Should also mention our flexible cutting mats. You actually get 4 of them, so you get 2 of the large size and 2 of the small. Okay, so we've got our chicken here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure that we marinate it a bit, get some great flavor. These are our grip and grab tongs. I love the fact that it's got steel inside here, so they're very sturdy. They've got the nice silicone grip on them. Really great for handling things. You're not going to have them break. And as you can see, we can just throw this in here. Now I want to keep some of my marinade to drizzle on the top. So I'm going to put some of this on, but I'm going to leave a little bit behind. Now you would be doing this for 4 chicken breasts, or 2 chicken breasts that are cut in half. Because I've only got 1 here, I'm not going to use all the seasoning, if you're wondering why I did that. And we're just going to let this nicely marinate for, gosh, 10 minutes maybe. If you want, you could do this overnight. You could get tons of flavor. But take a look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, so what are we going to do next? We are going to get this on the barbecue. And I'm going to talk about a few other things. So just give me a quick second. All right, so I handed that off to my husband. He's got that going. Okay, so now the recipe says that we're going to have 2 slices of mozzarella cheese, a small tomato, and 4 basil leaves. Again, I'm just making 1 serving right now to show you this. So tomatoes, I'm not sure about you, but I know stainless steel knives can be mushers instead of cutters. And I absolutely love, 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 love this prep knife. Okay, this prep knife is super, super sharp, and you will actually be cutting this tomato really nicely, nice and thin. Amazing, is this not? And look at how thin that turned out. Beautiful, right? You didn't see me squishing it whatsoever. Okay, so the other thing that we need to do is our basil leaf. So the best way to do this is make sure it's washed and just roll it up, because what we want to do is do a thin little strip or a chiffonade, and we're just going to use the same knife and just give them some nice little pieces over top. Okay, so how long should that chicken be on the grill? About 6 to 7 minutes per side. And let's go grab it for you. Okay, so what I did is I had my husband put the mozzarella cheese right on the top, just at the very end, because I didn't want it melting and oozing and making a big mess on the barbecue. Now, to finish this off, all we're going to do is put our tomato on top and sprinkle our basil leaf. And remember that seasoning that I talked about that I didn't want to use it all? Okay, so here we go. I am just going to drizzle a little bit of this right on top. Now, the last thing it says, anytime you purchase Epicure products, they always talk about having a balanced meal, and this meal is as well perfectly balanced if we add a cup of our favorite vegetable. So I want to introduce you to, just move some things here. I want to introduce you to our rectangular steamer. Now this steamer will hold approximately 3.5 cups. It's 10 inches by 5.25 inches. This is really good for doing baking. So if you do lemon loaf or rhubarb cake or banana bread, it pops right out. Now what I've done is I've just cut up some nice green beans. I thought green beans would look really, really nice. It's absolutely one of my husband's favorites, and of course I am making this meal for him. And we're just gonna throw this in the microwave for 3 minutes. So while we're just waiting for that to finish off, let me just refresh what we've used. Okay, so if you are making this recipe, you are going to get the Tuscan chicken burger seasoning. Again, think out of the jar. This can be used for many things. The directions are right on the jar. It says combine 2 tablespoons to any ground chicken, beef, pork, or you can use it over any other protein you want. It even talks about a vegetarian option, the portobello mushroom burgers. And that recipe is again on this as well. Remember, this jar will make 24 different burgers. We have our amazing prep bowls. Again, these are sold in sets of 4, so you'll get 4 of these nice jars with a nice little lid that stays on, and this is a little slippery right now, but notice how it sticks, it's not leaking. You'll love these. We had our 4-in-1 spoon, right? So a tablespoon at this end, teaspoon at this end, 1/2 teaspoon and 1/4. We also have our grip and grabs. Love, love, love these. Great for even on the barbecue for flipping it. These go up to 425 degrees before they actually would start melting. Not that I want you to try that. We have our fabulous knife, which I cut my chicken with. Our fantastic paring knife with the nice sharp point. Remember, these knives do come with the little sheath to protect it and keep it sharp. We have our cutting mats, our flexible mats, right? And our 3-in-1 spoon. We've got 50 seconds left. The results are going to look like this, and we're just going to plate it with a little bit of beans, and you're gonna see how beautiful this lunch will be. So as I mentioned, we do have an entire collection called the Summer Strong Collection. This catalog has everything from meal plans, it has recipes, giving you even options for different types of burgers. We have more recipes and more recipes. including cocktails, build your own cocktails, and dessert. So my microwave is done. Here we go. Perfectly steamed beans. Notice there was no liquid in there, so all the natural nutrients are still in here. It just steams in its own juices. So bon appetit. I hope you really enjoyed this cooking class. Let's just plate this. And you tell me, is this not a meal that you would love to have? So we're supposed to put roughly a cup. There is your balanced meal. Look great. Thanks guys for watching. Caprese chicken. Bye.